The next mayor of Toronto ultimately has to work with multiple levels of government, and on a provincial level, that of course means Premier Doug Ford when it comes to funding for the city and for major issues like housing. Some candidates have their ideals and policies line up, others not so much.
To tell Doug Ford that we want the Greenbelt saved, not paved.
Toronto mayoral candidate Josh Matlow doesn't hide the fact that he doesn't see eye to eye with Ontario Premier Doug Ford on a number of things. On this day, he chose to take issue with the province's plans to develop housing and highways in the Greenbelt, promising to build alliances with other local leaders in the GTA.
I'm not going to stand passively by while the Premier bullies our city and bullies our region, sells off the Greenbelt to his friends.
Money is often the main point of contention between the city and the province. Toronto's $700 million budget shortfall left from the pandemic meant asking for assistance from Queen's Park. Mark Saunders ran as a Conservative in the last provincial election and lost. Many consider him Doug Ford's candidate of choice for mayor. He echoes the province's call to audit the city's finances before help is provided.
When we look at the money that's spent for the existing process, the numbers speak for themselves. It is flawed. The audit is healthy, it is a great start, and once we can explain what we're going to be doing with the money, others will join in.
Anna Bailau has said she has established relationships with the province as a deputy mayor alongside John Tory, and welcomes Ford's plans to try and find savings in the budget.
He's about to start an audit because he promised to make the city whole on the development charges. Very easily, he will see that we are doing the right thing. That audit will come through and saying this money is very much needed to make sure that we're building the housing that he says he wants built as well.
Mitzi Hunter hasn't yet resigned as a Liberal MPP at Queen's Park and says, quote, "I fully understand that sometimes Premier Ford and I will agree and disagree. I will always fight for Toronto. But I also understand that for too long it has been the practice of Toronto to wish for the other orders of government to bail the city out of its problems. It's unrealistic." Aside from the relationship with Premier Doug Ford, the mayoral candidate's busy taking shots at one another again today. Brad Bradford criticizing Olivia Chow for not wanting to rebuild the Gardiner Expressway East. Chow, meanwhile, saying that Anna Bailau's plan to support the preliminary work on replacing the Scarborough RT with a dedicated busway doesn't go far enough and doesn't actually get the job done. Mark McAllister, City News.